Y'all see that? Y'all see that snow? All that? We about to get this day started, y'all, man. Today, this video wasn't gonna go the way I actually planned it. I saw a comment from John, and it gave me an idea. You know, we're talking about gateway into other watches. You know, we're talking about Invicta, of course, right? But I'm about to take you to a spot. That, as a kid, I remember going to stores like this, man, and just, it was fascinating. So, all right, I'm about to buckle up. I'm about to traverse these rough streets. I know they've already shoveled and plowed and stuff like that, but it's still, we supposed to be getting like 9 inches of snow. Y'all pray for me. Let's get it. Guess what? We made it to Kohl's. Welcome to the show, man. I go by the name of Trap Vision 3D. If you don't know, if you're familiar with me, welcome back. If not, this is your first time, man. I'm glad you showed up. Appreciate you. And keep the comments coming, man. I love that. Hold on, I'm trying to put my backpack on. Whoa. All right, so here's a couple things, man. So we're going to be talking about a watch today. But before we get into that, we're going to be talking about the Gateway. And then on top of that, your boy needs some boots, because this is what I want to know. Yeah, got my J's on. Some people like, bro, you tripping. I don't have any boots. Actually, I do have a pair of boots, but they're in storage. The boy got caught slipping, so, you know. All right, let's get in there. All right, before we, I came over here to the boot section, or the shoe section, before we got into the actual, watches for the day. And I know we're not supposed to be looking at these, but dude, I'm telling you, lifestyle. I love Vans, man. I think Vans are so dope, man. Especially, this is like my favorite silhouette of Vans. Super dope. Clean shoe. I think this would be good enough to wear in that type of, but I don't know if I want to pay $90 for that. Okay, yeah, Goodyear on it. So let's go to the watches. Okay, so check this out. On the last video I did, which I had fun shooting that video, we were talking about gateways, right? What John brought up a point, man. It made me think. And then the term he used about his nose being flared open. And I remember my grandmother used to use that term. She was like, boy, your nose is wide open. Talking about liking girls and stuff like that, right? But I remember coming to department stores back in the day, JCP and Zayres, if anybody remember that. Woolworth. I remember Woolworth. I don't know if you guys remember that. I was accustomed to. So my mom would come to a section like this. She's looking at rings and stuff like that. I remember I used to hate just being in this section, because the earring thing, I'm like, okay, I need to see something better than this, right? And then my dad would be walking around, and I'll see him, I'll walk over to him, and this is where he'll come to. Yeah. So this was his speed, man. He had some Timexes and stuff like that, which prices $24 to $74. Timex and Casio undefeated, y'all. Undefeated as far as watches is concerned. I'm telling you. So, but it was the ones that was behind the glass that I used to think were so fascinating, because it was behind glass, right? So this right here, when you come to one of these boutiques or shops or stores, and you looking like, yo, what is that? It just, you know what I'm saying, then you start, hey, how much is that? How much is that? And all that stuff, right? Which, let me see, can I see a price on? So that one's $395. Let's see. I see one back there for $499. And of course, it's for the Seiko Fair Club. Right there. And we'll leave off with that. Oh, hold up. We won't. because we're talking about a dive watch today, and Citizen has dive watches. The Eco Drive is undefeated. I think that's pretty nice. But ooh. Okay, so here's the deal when it comes to Gateway watches, the whole experience, right? Once you dive into experiencing watches, buying your own, buying for other people, you come across so many different styles, so many different brands. And what do we all know about these brands? They are coming out with new styles. They're coming out with little different quirky movements and in-house. It's so many different things when it comes to watches, man. But like, there are a group of people that's like, okay, you may have indulged in an expensive timepiece, but you're like, that is a special piece, and I don't want to bring that out as often, but I do want something that is, fun, adventurous, colorful, and that's what we got today. And I'm going to talk about this Deep Blue. Yo, forgive the interruption, but what had happened was the original footage that I had on the watch got drowned out by the fan from the water fountain that was behind me. And I didn't hear it until I edited the video. The microphone picked up everything. You could barely hear me talking. So, let's try this again. The company is Deep Blue. So what we got here is Deep Blue Dive Watch. What's up? Huh?
Food court is closed. I'm gonna have to ask you to move it along.
I've never had so much trouble trying to record a video. I know this is. I just got kicked out. I gotta pay $7 to park in this mall. And this lady like, hey, the food court's closed. Hold on. That chick right there, security. And I've never heard. I heard that's in Mayberry. Move it along. What? I ain't never heard. I've never been told to move it along. So I gotta change locations. Let's get it. Okay, where was I? Deep Blue. And this is what it comes in. This little handy case. So what I know about this diver, it wasn't from any reviews. It was actually from collectors, man. I found out about this watch because there are Invicta collectors that love going into other brands. Gateway, a brand straight out of New York, and I can show you. This is what it looks like once you open it up. It's protected by foam, but then you have the contents, instruction manual, cleaning cloth, warranty card, sticker. It's like a little luggage tag, or if you want to use that to put on your keychain, have at it. The case is pretty nice, man. A little soft case, something to throw in your backpack. So after being introduced to this brand, man, this is the one thing I went on their website and saw what they had, man. And if you see here, right, man, they have an array of divers that you can get. And the thing about it is, it's a professional dive watch. And I'm no diver, but I tell you what, this thing is solid. I know it's loud in here. So 120 click bezel, and the tolerance is, I mean, it's tight. Like, literally, y'all see, it's really tight. So I'm gonna say well done on that. Screw down crown, sapphire crystal, AR coating. It does have some reflection to it though, but I just love the stainless steel ceramic bezel, and you want to know what you're getting for your money. Now this watch right now normally is between $129 to $150. During the time that I got this was December. Yeah, I got this during December, and thanks to a couple of collectors, I was able to score this piece right here, and I swung for the red strap. I had to go with the red rubber strap. Now this thing plays as a 44 millimeter, and it's powered by the NH35. And I think the biggest thing that people want to know is, if I'm going to get something that is stylish, right? And you're claiming that the specs, again, I know there's some people that don't care about the specs, but you still want to know what your money is getting, because you can find divers and watches online for as low as what, $30. I mean, you can go buy an Invicta for like an automatic for, matter of fact, this one right here was like $70, $80. And it has the same NH35 this one does, right? But it is 1,000 meters water resistance, helium release valve, and again, sapphire crystal, which I know people go crazy over that. And it had like the brush finishing, and it may not be the best brush finishing, but you know, I'm gonna tell you this: when you're talking value, you want to know that if I'm spending $150 on a watch, it better be worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, I mean, as far as wages per week for some people, that's a stretch. Now some, you know, there's people that like to collect some of the higher brands, and that you can afford them. And this will be nothing. This would be like a McDonald's meal for you to go out and spend $150. But this one at the time was $119. Go on their website and you'll see they like once you sign up for the subscribe to the channel for the email blast and stuff like that, they will let you know when it's time to save a few pennies. The lights, I'm telling you, man, the picture right now does not do it justice. But I can tell you, and I'm trying to get a good angle. This thing is fiery. But here's the biggest takeaway. I've seen a few people talk about these watches, man. The Diver, this is called the Diver 1000, right? Generation 2. And there have been a number of people, some big YouTubers that talked about the Deep Blue brand, because they occasionally will sell you a diver with the Sellita 200 in it for like $200, which is great value. That's the biggest thing. And stay tuned, because I have a Lume shot. Just follow. Yeah, stay tuned. You learn a lot from other collectors, and I've learned so much from other collectors, man. And there were two people that really inspired me to get this piece. Dave D being one, King Enabler, and then Texas T. And there's other people that's dove into Deep Blue, Tommy and some other people. But I love the Facebook shots that you see and the community that wraps around it. And that's the one thing that you may not know about. You know, so some people, you're not attached to Facebook groups that collect these watches, so you may not know a lot about it. Sometimes people will drop or email you or send you a message like, hey, go check out Deep Blue's site, man. They got some of the best watches. They got tritium tubes. They have these. They have a number of sizes. Plus, they have they got 40 millimeters, 42 millimeters. If the 44 is too big for you, or the lug look. But I can tell you that for me, it's just right. Somebody that loves Invicta, that's coming from a 50 millimeter down to a 44, you may say, I don't know if I want to do that. Because it's just the opposite with people that like 36 to 40 millimeter. The 44 is way too big. This is not just an acquired taste. This, man, people love these type of watches, man. And I think dive watches are probably like one of the most collected watches, period. That's just my opinion, because I see a lot of divers. You may not dive with it, call it a desk diver, but for the most part, the shape, the finish, the overall feel, and then get it, try it. I'm telling you, try it, and then you just, if you don't like it, send it back. Simple as that. Guess what? I don't get paid. I don't get any free watches. So this is my opinion. This is just how I feel about this watch. For the money, I'll pay $150 for this. Off top, hands down, all day. But this was actually $119, which it was a sale before Christmas or something like that. Again, thank you guys for supporting, and I appreciate some of the watches that I have in my collection. Didn't come from a watch manufacturer or anybody, no affiliation with anybody, but from collectors. And that's what I love about this. That's the biggest thing about collecting watches, is I get to experience some stuff, man. People have sent me watches for review. Some people have given me watches just to say, hey bro, you don't have this in your collection, you need to try it out. And I'm glad that I was made aware of this Deep Blue. I will tell you to go get you one. This is actually supposed to match my Cherry 11s that I didn't get, but that's for another story. Stay tuned for the Lume shot. Okay, so I came to the restroom thinking that they had a light that I could just flick off, right, and hit it with that Lume shot. They don't. So I'm gonna give you the backpack Lume shot. Backpack. Say hello, world. It's doing this thing. next watch that I'm going to show you guys, it's themed after a shark. Yep, it's themed after a shark. And the video that comes after that will be the 2 watches that I will present during Black History Month. So, for you guys that have been supporting me all this time, man, thank you guys, man. I really appreciate it. So, until the next lightning strike, y'all be blessed.
This is so dope, a man with a watch looking like he broke the bank, but he promised me he's not. He said he got started from his wife and a pop's watch, face so fat the band had stretch marks. It shines so bright that you can see it from Mars. Man, he blinded me, reflecting headlights from the cars.